Just a quick line, that's it. It is a beautiful thing. Look at that.
Hi there. Welcome to Culinary Delights. This is the show where we, two Midwestern moms, talk about feeding your hungry boys.
Oh, they're so hungry. The boys.
They're always hungry. They can
So
never
hungry.
get enough, and you gotta feed them. And so we're here to help. We're here to help you
Yeah.
because we know you're busy. We know you're busy, and
So
you got the
busy.
cooking, the cleaning, you got the jobs, and all you got the PTA meetings, and you got the soccer practice, and all that stuff you gotta do. You gotta fold all the clothes. You gotta put it all away.
Yeah,
all
gotta
those
do
things
it.
no one appreciates, but you do it because
Nobody.
you love
We
your family.
appreciate
And
it.
so we're here to help you with ideas to feed your hungry boys. Now, this one's not a dinner. This is a dessert. We got a dessert.
Oh, we rarely
We've done
have
the dessert before. Yeah, but this
we did do the second worst dessert in Great Britain.
Second worst dessert in all of Britain.
In all of Britain.
This is a properly American dessert. This is so American that, like, you know, like when you eat, like you go out to eat and maybe you're decided with your husband, you're going on a date. You're like, hubby, what do you want? Do you want Italian food? No. Do you want Chinese food? Maybe you want Asian food. Maybe you want Mexican food. Well, this is American food. People say, like, well, you know what Italian food is, and that's like your spaghetti. And then you know what your Mexican food is, and that's like burritos and tacos, and you know, like other stuff. And then Chinese food, you know, is all sorts of like lo mein and chow mein, all that good stuff. But American food, what's that? Is it a hamburger? Is it steak? Yeah, it's those things.
It's those things, eh?
It's also this.
Da-da-da-da.
Root beer cookies.
What? Root beer cookies, you say?
Root beer cookies. Have you ever had a cookie and you're like, I wish this tastes more like soda?
Nope, never happened before.
Yeah, like this cookie. I wanted soda. Like, it's like now you can have both.
Oh, lucky us.
Hey, Lilith, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember the candy in the 80s called bottle caps?
Yeah, they were like sweet, like they're like powdery.
They're like,
pressed powder.
They're like sweet tarts. They're like sweet tart sugar candies, but they were soda flavored, and there was a root beer flavor. And so this is like the cookie version of bottle caps candy.
Hold on. Do you remember the old Brock's hard candy that was like brown and shaped like a barrel, and it was root beer flavored?
I do remember that.
It even had the ridges. It even had the ridges of the barrel, and it would like cut your mouth because it was so disgusting.
Yeah. It's like we could go. I think we could maybe do a whole episode on badly shaped candy.
I just feel bad for the silent generation.
Like
they had such bad candy.
Why would you make a chocolate that's a triangle?
Right?
Like, you don't want to put triangle in your mouth.
Yeah, but
bad shaped Toblerone.
Yeah, do you know that the Toblerone logo has a bear in it?
I don't know. I just
if you look at it's like a mountain, but in the mountain there's like snow on the mountain, but the snow forms like a bear.
Well, that's great. I didn't know anything.
You don't seem very impressed. Never mind.
Is that something I should be impressed with? Is that an impressive thing?
I just like it when things are hidden in logos.
Oh, I see. I haven't spent a lot of time like staring at the Toblerone.
Well,
logo.
I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't go and like stare at logos till I find something. I saw something online that was like, here are hidden things in some logos, and I was like,
you read a listicle.
Yeah, I didn't like. I like every time I go to the store, it takes me 2 hours because I stop and stare at every logo for 5 minutes.
It's a fun fact. Like, Toblerone's got a bear in it. Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that all too well. Here's our root beer cookies. We got root beer cookies. It's got 3.5-star reviews, so that's not like perfect. That's not
bad
Uber
for
driver
a cookie.
good.
That's bad for a cookie.
Well, yeah, it is bad for cookies.
Cookies should be 5 out of 5 stars.
Out of 7 reviews. But it is Test Kitchen approved. So that's good. I don't know what that means.
They made it and they know it works. Let me just make a prediction here that it's 3.5 stars, but it's 7 reviews. It's probably one person who like used ginger ale instead of root beer, and it came out like shit, and they complained about it.
Yeah, like probably someone changed the recipe all around and it turned out stupid. But like, we'll see. We'll find out. It makes 6 dozen.
That's, as someone who bakes cookies, that's a lot for one batch.
That's 72 cookies.
That's a lot. Usually you get like 2 or 3 dozen at most.
2 or 3 dozen? I don't get. I make chocolate chip cookies. I get like maybe 20, maybe 2 dozen. Yeah, 2 dozen, maybe
3 dozen. Well, here's the thing: if you follow the Nestle recipe, the Nestle recipe says like makes 36. So it never comes out 36 because I always make
6 dozen is a lot.
I make this thing. I make this thing when I get to the bottom, and I could probably make 4 cookies. I'd make what I call the Lilith cookie, and I just take everything that's left and I make one big cookie. I do the same thing with pancakes, the Lilith pancake. It's just like I don't want to make 3 small. Yeah, I don't want to make 3 small pancakes. I'm just gonna make one big pancake and go eat. Because my hungry boys have devoured everything else.
Wow, are they gonna eat 6 dozen cookies? Holy moly, that's a lot.
Maybe I bet they would.
But this could be for the bake sale or the whole neighborhood.
This is for hungry boys.
It's for hungry boys.
They're eating a hole in your budget.
I'm so hungry. I need a root beer cookie.
Yeah, get them some Grandpa Groff's root beer and make it up.
So this says, I don't know if you're supposed to drink root beer with root beer cookies. This feels like that seems a little bit of overkill, a little bit of redundancy, but I don't know. Sure. Like, I mean, obviously milk. You want milk. You want your root bear flavored milk.
Root beer float. So that's all it is.
So 20 minutes of prep time, 10 minutes of baking. So, and that includes the cooling.
That's 10 minutes per batch.
Per batch.
So this is going to take you.
We'll find out.
This is going to take you an hour. This is going to take you an hour and a half.
Let's find out more. Because this is, it's like, this is suspect to me already. 6 dozen. I don't know. It's a whole lot. First of all, I just wanted to show you.
Oh my God.
The video, because this is our old friend's Taste of Home.
Oh my God.
I always like to show the visual noise on this website because it's so delightful. It's just a fucking mess here. Here we got the ingredients.
All right.
We got 1 cup of butter softened at Trax, 2 cups packed brown sugar at Trax, 2 large eggs, room temperature. Hey, they said it. And I'm going to give this an extra thumbs up for this. Lilith, do you know about eggs and cooking?
Yeah, bring them up to room temperature. I don't know why.
You always bring your eggs up. I do because they cook better. You're supposed to. Did you know the United States is the only country in the world that refrigerates its eggs?
Fucking idiots.
We're the only country in the world that does this because we pasteurize eggs. So the eggs come out of the chicken and then they blast them and it wrecks all the protective the natural protective.
And now it's got now you got to keep it cold. You got to.
But there's no reason to do that. Like there's no reason to do that at all. But hey, it's America. That's what we do. We go that extra mile to make our food worse. So bring the eggs up to room temperature. 1 cup buttermilk. Okay.
If you say so.
Yeah. Do you put buttermilk? Does buttermilk seem a little out of place to you for
in cookies? Yeah, I've never had a cookie that used buttermilk.
Yeah, it sounds a little weird, doesn't it? Like,
if I got buttermilk, I'm making biscuits, baby.
It's biscuits, or it's like it's dredge. It's dredged chicken.
Yeah.
If you want to bread your pork chops or something, use buttermilk there. But I think in cookies it's a little weird.
Go for it.
We'll find out. Here's the thing is 3/4 teaspoon root beer concentrate or extract. Did you know that was a thing?
It doesn't surprise me, this thing, but here's the deal. How many of these you're going to buy that you're going to buy a bottle and use it 3/4 of a teaspoon at a time? This doesn't just have
you can get them in a little tiny thing. Maybe I don't know. I've never. Maybe I don't know.
You'd be surprised what kind of extracts that there are that you can get.
I know you go into that weird baking aisle that's got all the weird stuff in it.
That's where I live, in the baking aisle.
You live in the baking aisle?
I love the baking aisle.
Because you're a baker. That's why I'm not a baker. I'm not a baker. There's that whole section. It's on the other side of the aisle of like the flour and all the stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all the extracts and all the sprinkles you put on cakes and the food coloring.
The tubes of frosting to spell on a cake. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you're gonna find this in your store.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever noticed or seen root beer concentrate or extract?
That's the kind of thing that I wouldn't look for unless I had a recipe that told me to get it.
Right, unless you were making root beer cookies.
Yeah, I guess.
So I mean, I don't know how readily available this is. This might be a hard to find kind of thing.
Gonna have to go to
Like, you might
online.
find it in places that are like they're known for their root beer, like South Dakota.
Dick's Root Beer Shack.
Where's famous? I feel like root beer is like an old west thing. So like Deadwood.
Yeah, right next to the sarsaparilla.
Well, sarsaparilla root is the root
that's the root that made
that
root beer.
make root beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Blah blah. We're so fun. Okay, 4 cups all-purpose flour. Well, that sure tracks. Baking soda, you bet.
Sure.
Salt.
Sure.
Got pecans. Yeah, I'm with all of that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. What did you say?
I'm with all of it. I'm with all of this.
I mean, pecans.
Pecans.
You said
you don't think pecans?
You said pecans.
Did I say pecans?
You said pecans.
I don't remember saying that. 1.5 cups chopped pecans.
You go for it. Also, just noticing right now, you're about to go to this part. These cookies have frosting on them.
These cookies have frosting. They're fancy.
Oh,
delicious.
I feel like
frosted
they're gonna be
cookies.
too sweet. You're gonna have hungry boys bouncing off the walls.
I think so, but that's okay. That's okay. Get that energy out. So you good night sleep.
Before a football game.
3.5 cups confectioner sugar.
Sure,
Lilith, you know about confectioner sugar.
Yeah.
Explain to everyone and to me what's the difference between confectioner sugar and like regular sugar.
Oh, confectioner sugar is powdered sugar, so it's
Is it different than powdered sugar?
It is,
or
is
it just
sugar.
Another word?
It's
for
powdered sugar. Yeah.
So that's confectioner sugar and powdered sugar are one and the same thing.
Right, but then you also have like granulated sugar or like white sugar. Right? Yeah. So powdered sugar,
so
confectioner sugar. Yeah, you just same thing.
It's just another word for powdered sugar.
Right.
Yeah. Gotcha. I wasn't sure about that. I thought maybe it was a specific kind of powdered sugar.
Nah.
More butter, another 3/4 cup of butter.
Hell yeah.
Softened. Little water and more root beer concentrate.
Oh, well, thank God. I'm going to need to use this stuff because now it's just going to go bad in my pantry.
Frosting than there is in the cookies. You got a lot of that stuff going on. All right. Let's see about it. Here's your directions. I think there's only 2. Maybe there's more. I don't remember. So for now, there's 2. Let's see what we got. I think it is just these 2. And Lilith, can I count on you to count the real directions?
I will count the real directions. Yes.
All right, here we go. Direction 1A, in a large bowl, cream, butter, and brown sugar.
Sure.
Add eggs 1 at a time, beating well after each addition.
Mm-hmm.
Beat in buttermilk and root beer concentrate. Combine the flour, baking soda, and salt. Gradually add to creamed mixture. Stir in pecans.
It's 5. It's 5 directions.
That's 5. That's 5 directions.
And I counted beat in buttermilk and root beer as 1 because if I saw they went in together, I'd put them in a mixing cup together and just pour them right in.
Yeah, and that's okay. And I think like the combining the flour and then gradually adding it is okay. Like I think that's 1.
Yeah, that's
like
1.
that's still 5 steps. That's not
5 steps. That's not 1 step. It's 5 steps.
They're trying to get away with stuff. They're trying to pull a fast one. That's what Taste of Home does to you. They think it's gonna be simple and easy.
Right.
It's way
They're like, oh yeah, no, 2 steps.
They're a bunch of liars.
This is like a bunch of steps. What are you talking about? They are. They're the worst. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, all right. They're a bunch of dirty, rotten snakes in the grass. That's what they are.
Yeah. All right.
Disingenuous bastards. That's what
they are. Assholes. You think it's going to take 30 minutes,
swear.
But it's 10 minutes per batch. It's going to take you an hour and a half, and it's way more than 2.
It's going to take you 10 days. It's going to take you a week.
God. Root beer will be out of fashion by the time you make this.
Yeah, you've got the whole rest of you think you want it for Christmas Day. You're not going to get it till Valentine's.
You're not going to get it. You start at Thanksgiving. You might have it by Christmas.
Step 2.
Yeah.
Which is step 6.
Yeah.
Drop by tablespoons 3-inch apart onto ungreased. Oh, okay. I didn't understand it. So this is you're taking the batter, you tablespoonful of batter, you're dropping 3 inches apart. So like cookies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So drop by tablespoons 3 inches apart onto ungreased baking sheets. Bake at 375 until lightly brown, 10 to 12 minutes. Remove to wire racks to cool. In a small bowl, combine frosting ingredients, beat until smooth. Frost cooled cookies. I would say
Okay.
that's at least 3 steps.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I know we make fun of these guys for having like 2 directions and it's like 5 or 6, but you can't just be like, what part of this direction is make the frosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a recipe. That'd be like, oh, here are your ingredients. Make the cookies. Just make the
all
frosting.
fairness, you have like so the make. I mean that is that's included in a step. That is its own step.
That's its own thing. It's its own recipe.
But it is just one step because you throw it all together. You have the frosting ingredients, throw them all together, and you mix them up. That's it.
It's 2 steps. It's 2 steps. It's finish the cookies and make the frosting, and the frosting is its own recipe.
Oh, and then it's put the frosting on the cookies. That's a 3rd step.
That's a 3rd step. Come on, taste of home. Come on, taste of home.
That's 9 steps in 2 steps.
And that's assuming that making the frosting is just 1 step. But that's a whole nother recipe. All right. Anyway, taste of home knows
it says it's 1 step. I think it's 1 step. I think that's fair. What's it's putting? I mean, if you're including separating out the dimensions of the ingredients, that's right. Crap. That's not a step.
Let me also say this for people who've made cookies. I have a KitchenAid mixer. Making cookies in a KitchenAid mixer, especially because this is basically how you would do like. Here's how you would do like the Toll House cookies. You mix the batter, you whip it good, you slowly. If you're making this like by hand, you are going to kill your wrists stirring all this stuff.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
Well, you need a mixer. I think that goes without saying. You use a mixer for these things.
I've made Toll House cookies by hand with like.
You can do it, but
it sucks. It sucks.
Well, I mean, we don't churn our own butter anymore. You know, it's like it's a thing. It's like you kind of got tools for the job. You churn your own butter. Is that some sort of euphemism?
I don't know. I don't have any butter left.
You don't even understand what that means.
I think you do, but that's
you're getting weird. Well, that's weird.
Hey, I'm in a house full of hungry boys. There's plenty of butter going.
You can buy seasonings from Taste of Home. This is what they sell. And it's a bunch of puns. I'm a total spud. I beg your garden. Get a pizza this. You crack me up. Okay, that's for eggs. Let's talk about it. You guac to be kidding. Do you love these?
It's just like, just when you thought like I couldn't hate Taste of Home even more, it's just like, here, we have this. And you're just like,
why? McCormick's my favorite.
Yeah, great job, guys. You guac.
I got Jerry Seinfeld to name these.
Right. What's the deal with guacamole?
What's the deal with pizza seasoning?
Get a pizza this.
Oh, it's sold out. You can't get it anymore.
What?
You could have made it. That's the McCormick flavor maker for game night variety pack. That's the game night. You need all those. So
gotta make those eggs for the big game.
Your game night eggs.
God, get that out of here.
All right. This is popular in the community.
This isn't a recipe anymore. What do you do?
It's popular in the community. When you eat avocado every day, this is what happens. That's Jeff Foxworthy.
What happens?
This is an ad, and it takes you to some pseudoscience crackpot snake oil salesman trying to tell you that avocados are bad for you and you should drink their tonic elixir.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely drink a man-made tonic before you eat an avocado.
Yeah, don't eat avocados. Look at that. This is what happens if you eat avocado every day. This. All right, here's the reviews. We got Marcy Darcy. You know that reference? Do you understand? Do you remember there was a show?
Married with Children.
Married with Children. And later on in the series,
she
one of the guys,
Steve,
left. And Jefferson came and she became Marcy Darcy. That's what this is. So this lady remembers Married with Children. Big fan, Marcy Darcy.
Did someone give her review a thumb down?
Yeah, someone gave her review a thumb down.
Well,
they didn't like it.
It tasted like licorice to her. What's the thumb down? You don't know what it tasted like to her.
Well, that's why she only gave it 2 stars. like not 1 star because she didn't hate it. Because she said, but because they tasted like licorice to me, but they have a great texture and were very easy.
But what about
I don't
that?
know.
If you're reading someone give a review, why would you give that a thumb down?
I hate this review. Thumbs down. Maybe they didn't like Marcy from Married with Children. Maybe this was Steve. This is Marcy's ex-husband. Just
Yeah.
like, Marcy, get out of town. I'm thumbs downing all your comments.
I was doubting all your comments. This was very easy to make. Thumb down. It was very difficult to make.
I hate it. Thumbs down is not easy to make.
Okay, whatever,
It does
Marcy.
with great texture. It was not very easy.
Whatever thumb down did. Oh, okay.
Cloves to cook. I think it's Kay loves to cook, but it could be cloves to cook. Gives it 4 stars. My family loves these cookies. Cookies themselves do not have much root beer flavor. You must use the icing. Plus, we actually doubled the root beer concentrate in the icing. People always think they are chocolate when we take them places, but soon discover the fun. So basically, you're tricking
You're
them.
lying to people.
Like, yeah, and it's like, this is the kind of person that gets excited. It's like when you take a bite, like, here, try this. It's not chocolate chip, it's oatmeal raisin. Yay!
It's carob. It's carob.
Yeah, it's not really chocolate. Oh, you thought it was chocolate, but guess what? It's root beer. Because everyone
loves root beer.
Way more than chocolate.
Who gave this 2 thumbs up?
Oh, this is also Steve because he's just trying to ratio his ex-wife. He created another fake account. Oh, Mr. Printer's here. Mr. Printer didn't like these at all.
It's actually Mr. Pinter.
Mr. Pinter.
Mr.
I like
Pinter.
Mr. Printer better. Hey, it's me, Mr. Printer. I don't like these root beer cookies. We didn't like these at all. They turned out quite bland, flat, and somehow doughy, even though I kept them in the oven for a little over 12 minutes. Not sure what I did wrong. Well, I'm not surprised,
You
Mr.
don't know
Printer.
how to cook cookies. That's what it is.
Well, not sure what I did wrong, but with so many other delicious cookie recipes I've found on this site to make instead, I won't be giving these another.
Oh, that's all right. Hold up. Hold up.
I don't think I clicked on see more.
Earlier in this episode, we had a weird conversation about the Toblerone bear, and I actually have a review of these cookies from a grizzly bear.
Oh, from a grizzly bear.
A hungry grizzly.
I'm excited to know what a grizzly bear thinks about root beer cookies.
It's the only thing hungrier than a pack of hungry boys, a pack of hungry grizzly bears. And unfortunately, it's a 1-star review. Yeah, didn't like them. So
that's par for the course of these shitty ass cookies.
Yeah, right. These cookies, yeah. Also a bit of sense of humor from this guy. So growlingly disappointing experience with these root beer cookies. As a grizzly bear with a penchant for sweet treats, I had high hopes for a delightful burst of flavor. Alas, these cookies missed the mark entirely. The artificial root beer taste was overpowering and clashed with the natural instincts of my bear palate. The texture was oddly crumbly, leaving a big mess of crumbs in my fur. That was more irritating than enjoyable. I'd much prefer indulging in some fresh berries or a succulent salmon, as these root beer cookies were an unfortunate venture into the realm of misguided human concoctions. Roarfully dissatisfied and sticking to my wild bear diet from now on.
Well, now you know these cookies are good for bear repellent.
Yeah, keep the bears away.
Like, I remember hearing at some point some survivalist thing. You're like when we were kids, we were told all sorts of weird survivalist tactics in the 80s, like stop, drop, and roll.
That was a weird one.
In case you're ever on fire, this is what you do. They thought that was super important to teach children what to do if you catch fire. Like, have you ever been on fire, Lilith?
No, but I would also say that if there's going to be a nuclear explosion, just duck your head under the desk.
Well, that's what they taught our parents. But did you get taught that? I don't remember that one. I remember hearing about our parents getting taught that.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, by the time I was in school, we realized that a nuclear war, it didn't matter where you were if a nuclear bomb hit in your general vicinity.
They figured that out. They were like, no, you have to worry about quicksand and being on fire. That's what you have to worry about.
You know, that's weird. I do realize the older I've got, the less I've been concerned or had to deal with quicksand, but quicksand seemed like a real threat when I was a kid.
It was a big scary. That
Yeah.
the Bermuda Triangle. I was terrified of the
Oh.
Bermuda Triangle. Whatever happened to the Bermuda Triangle? Bring back the Bermuda Triangle. Make Bermuda the Bermuda Triangle again.
Man, real life in America is scary enough. Like the Bermuda Triangle doesn't even hold a candle to this shit.
Takes you back to the 70s when times were great.
Times were great. Cocaine was plentiful, and David Bowie was at the top of the charts.
I think one of the things they taught us about grizzly bears was you play dead. So if you ever like run into a grizzly bear, you're supposed to like lay on the ground and pretend to be dead already.
And put a root beer cookie on your face.
I don't feel like that's really good advice. I feel like
there's
other things.
Is
that the right thing to do?
I mean, if you could, let me ask you this. Do you think you can lay on the ground and play dead while a grizzly bear has its nose on your forehead sniffing you? I mean, good luck doing that.
Yeah, I feel like that's just kind of like giving up. And I think it's going to be really hard too, like, because you're going to be fucking terrified.
I think it works.
You're in a grizzly bear
situation,
like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it works or not. I hope I'm never in a situation where I have to deal with that. I've seen grizzly bears before, like in the wild, and like they'll leave you alone. You got to be. But I mean, I also saw The Edge starring Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins. That's a great movie.
I also saw The Revenant. Yeah, that bear was not fucking around.
I didn't see that one. I need to see that one. What do you want? We sure got a whole lot of bear talk here.
Man, really we did. Bears really dominated the conversation.
I was going to say you could throw these cookies at the bear, and that could be like your thing, because then the bear's going to be like, oh, not root beer cookies again. I'm out of here. And it's just going to go the other way.
Now he's mad because he thought you were giving him a treat. Now he really wants to kill you.
Oh, nice.
Oh, now he's a vengeful bear. He's a vengeful grizzly bear. You have a picture of these monstrosities?
I prefer the Celestial Seasonings bear, where he's like got a little nightcap and he's ready for bed.
Just sipped his tea, and then he ate one of these cookies, and now he's stark raving mad.
Nature really did a number on us with making the bears as cute as they are, because boy, are they gonna fuck you up.
They're gonna fuck you up, but they are adorable.
They're so cute. They're so cute. They'll fuck you up. You can't pet a bear. Don't pet a bear.
Have a bear and it just sleeps in your front room, and you like nuzzle up next to it.
I would love a bear that was my friend, that was not going to kill me, and that I could trust to not kill me and maul me in a horrific way. Here's what the cookies look like. That's terrible. I mean, that looks kind of good. But
I would think that they were like peanut butter. Like they were peanut butter.
I also don't remember the sprinkles being part of the recipe. Do you remember the Jimmy's being part of the recipe?
No, they were not. Thank you, Taste of Home chefs or whatever.
Yeah, Taste of Home. I mean, you were right in the weird stuff aisle. You could have just got these sprinkles.
It's right there next to the root beer.
Right there next to the root beer extract are those root beer flavored sprinkles. Like, what's going on here?
They're chocolate to make people think they're chocolate cookies.
They're chocolate to trick people, and you think they're chocolate, but they're not chocolate. These cookies are like a dirty
crime. They're a crime against humanity. Crime.
I don't like them. I don't like these cookies.